So, fresh from the farm, I show up at the University of Oklahoma, home of Sooner football and training ground for doctors, lawyers, engineers, oilmen. I was out of my league. I needed a tutor, a mentor, a clue. Some entree into this mysterious white-collar world. Enter fraternity rush. Eyes-odd shirts, collars flipped up. Khaki pants, cuffed. Sperry topsider shoes, no socks. Blue blazers with brass buttons. These were the guys you read about in the campus newspapers, who had names on campus buildings and streets and gas stations. Not Bob's Gas and Go, but Phillips of Phillips 66. Gentlemen, welcome to Delta Tau Delta Fraternity. For the next 4 or so years, this will be your home. These are your brothers. I am your house mother, Elizabeth Hester Hagen. But please, call me Mom Missy. And even after graduate, this will always be your home, your shelter. We will forever be your family. Without a doubt, the greatest part of becoming a Delt was meeting Mom Missy. Yeah, the guys were terrific, sure. But she was a force. Why, thank you for asking. I was reared in the deep South, living a little over 20 years each in Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. Since I have never had the misfortune of living without domestic help, being a house mother was perfect for me. The fraternity has a cook for all of our meals and enough of you pledges to keep the place spotless. I stay in a one-bedroom suite at the front of the house, far enough away that the noise does not disturb me of an evening, but close enough to know if the police had been summoned. And they were, kind of often. There was this one night when these two guys, darling, it's not polite to gossip. This isn't gossip. This is gospel. Darling, would you appreciate if all your youthful indiscretions were shared with complete strangers? That's what I do. It is my responsibility to make sure that each one of the new pledges, my boys, learn the manners of a Southern gentleman. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. You rise when a lady enters the room. You rise when a lady leaves the room. You rise and hold the chair for a woman as she approaches or departs the table. Thank you. Mr. Wyrick, are you enjoying your smothered pork chops this wonderful evening? Yes, I am. They're delicious. Excuse me? Yes, I am. They're very delicious. Excuse me? Yes, ma'am, I am. Me as well, Mr. Wyrick. Me as well. She taught us which of the 8 to 14 pieces of silverware to use and why. She taught us about stemware, not glasses. Stemware, gentlemen. When you are drinking white wine, when you are old enough, the glass is held by the stem. White wine is served chilled, and you do not want to accidentally warm it with the heat of your hands. Now, about those pinkies. They are never to touch the glass, but are to be held very close. They are never to stick up, like you need help counting to 1. Now with red wine, the glass is held by the bowl. Red wine needs to breathe and opens up with the warmth of your palm. If the wine is not served in proper stemware, then it simply should be discarded. But with bourbon, you can be a little more casual with it. And for me, this most important lesson. Gentlemen, manners are designed to make other people more comfortable. Any other use of them is uncivilized. There will be formal dinner twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays. You are never excused from formal dinner unless you have a night class. And gentlemen, tardiness will not be tolerated. You shan't keep a lady waiting. You were never late. When Ma Missy arrived in the dining hall on the arm of that evening's escort, all of her boys were standing quietly behind their chairs waiting for her to sit. The pledges sat at a long table down the center of the room so she could keep her eye on them. Seniors to the right, juniors to the left, sophomores at the back. Protocol, like manners, was important. Often after dinner, she would ask one or more of us back to her suite for a more private chat. Mr. White, would you join me for a moment in my drawing room? Yes, ma'am. Oh, I went as often as asked. Being a pledge was hard. When Mom Missy left the room, it got harder. In those days, hazing was not frowned upon. Darling, I know it's hard, but so what? Look at the pictures of all my boys who have come before you. I wish you could have met this delightful young man. Like you, he doubted if he could handle the rigors of what you are currently going through. I assure you he did. And he was very, very glad he stuck it out. You will be too. I think I might have been a favorite. It felt that way at least. Or she saw I needed extra help. Darling, I'm so excited for you. You are going to live a great life. You are going to do amazing things. Really? Like graduate? Because it's looking a little tenuous. Of course, darling, you'll graduate. Don't be ridiculous. And mark my words, you are going to be famous. I see it. And I am never wrong about my boys. Did she say this to everyone? Because 3 months earlier, I'm standing in the middle of a hot, dry Oklahoma wheat field, building valley center pivot irrigation systems for $3 an hour with a crew of good old boys, some of whom had their teeth. And now I'm going to be famous. I'm going to do amazing things. I am going to live a great life. I don't know why, Dr. Happy, but I believed her.